highlights. Lagos State government prosecutes 27 migrants over pedestrian bridge obstructions. President Tinubu orders full implementation of Arashai report. On foreign scene, United States moves to block largest supermarket merger in history. And in sports, Nigeria advances into final qualifying round of 2024 Paris Olympics after Super Falcons win over Cameroon. Now, the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. The Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, LAGESC, popularly known as KAI, has successfully prosecuted 27 migrants for offences bordering on breach of public peace and unlawful conversion of government property. Corps Marshal of the agency, Olatunbosun Cole, made this known at the agency's command headquarters, Balade Oshodi, saying the recent successful prosecution of these criminally minded individuals is a testament to the resolve of KAI to ensure that there is a total compliance with provisions of law to ensure pedestrian safety across major highways in the state. Cole noted that the enforcement exercise was carried out in syndicated raids on the Oshodi, Ladikpo, PWD, Bolade, and National Pedestrian Bridges. It said the convicts were earlier arraigned before Chief Magistrate S.A. Adefioye at the Special Offences Mobile Court, Oshodi, on a 2-count charge for which they were found guilty and sentenced to 5 months in prison. The general manager also declared that there will be no hiding place for miscreants fond of dispossessing pedestrians of their property, advising residents to make appropriate use of the bridges to ensure their safety at all times. The Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASPCA, has called on builders and developers in the state to ensure they obtain a letter of authorization to commence construction before embarking on the construction of building projects in any part of the state. General Manager of LASPCA, Bolanwoki, stated this on the sideline of the presentation of the letter of authorization to developers of the Lagos Arena at the groundbreaking ceremony by the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Oki noted that the letter of authorization to commence construction of buildings in the state can only be issued to developers and builders after obtaining necessary building and planning permits. It stressed that it is a document to show that LASPCA officials are fully aware of the development and will be conducting regular supervisions at every stage of the development. As Nigeria navigates through the current economic challenges, the Lagos State government has organized a stakeholders meeting in the partnership with Business Membership Organization, BMOs, to create conversations that will assist micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs. In a welcome address, Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Falashaye Ambus-Medeme, said Lagos State is not unmindful of the importance of creating a positive business environment for entrepreneurs and small business growth, and will continue to foster public-private partnership model with developing programs that will help step up to drive the growth the MSME sector and will diversify the economy. Ambus-Medeme noted that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will continue to protect and promote the rights of consumers of goods and services through consumer education, scientific investigation, mediation, monitoring and enforcement of the law against producers of adulterated and fake products.
This platform, distinguished guests, to reiterate that the policy thrust of the Lagos State government through the Themes Plus development agenda recognizes the private sector as a key stakeholder and prime mover of the economy. This present administration's priority includes the diversification of the economy away from the non-oil sector and boosting industrial development through support for locally produced goods and services.
The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Oluwagbemiga Aino, who called for strategic innovation and collaborative efforts, noted that data is necessary in making key policy decisions. The entrepreneurs at the event were unanimous in urging government to address challenges of accessing finance, which is increased with the current economic situation, expand scope of interventions, ensure access to mentorship and market in a structured way, reduce multiple taxation, enhance ease of doing business, tackle high cost of raw materials, power, amongst others, to ensure business survives.
How can Lagos State support? It may be in form of loan guarantees, or it may be in form of creating incentives for banks to really lend to SMEs. Also, bear in mind that we all understand that SMEs are the backbone of the economy. Let's expand in terms of training and capacity building.
A lot of the MSMEs are no longer working, and for single reason, high cost of raw materials. And if government can do one thing to make announcement that sugar will be imported, you will see that the price of sugar will crash.
The meeting was born out of the necessity to fill MSME's plight, promote economic diversification among indigenous small businesses by focusing more on achieving 100% local content in production in order to grow foreign exchange earnings of the country and strengthen the currency. Vice President Kashim Shettima has unveiled the Light Up Nigeria program in the Southeast, aimed at accelerating power supply in the industrial clusters in the region. Unveiling the project at the Old Government Lodge, Enugu State, Shettima said it was part of the ongoing efforts to improve energy supply to industrial clusters across the Southeast and the country at large. The Vice President assured the Southeasterners that President Bola Tinubu means well for the region. To the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the full implementation of the Arusha report and announced the merging, subsuming, scrapping, and relocation of several agencies of the government. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made this known to State House correspondents after the Federal Executive Council FEC meeting at the Asarok Villa, Abuja. Idris noted that a number of agencies, commissions and departments have been scrapped, some have been modified and marked, while others have been moved from some ministries to others where the government feels they will operate better. Also speaking, Special Advisor on Policy Coordination to the President, Hadiza Bala Usman, said the President constituted a committee to implement the mergers, scrapping and relocation within 12 weeks. Submitted in 2012, the Arusha Report on Public Sector Reforms revealed that there are 541 statutory and non-statutory federal government parastatals, commissions, and agencies. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has approved a set of carefully designed relief programs to alleviate the hardship being experienced by the people of the state in the face of the current global economic downturn. These programs include the payment of 1 month's salary arrears to state and local government workers, totaling over 2.7 billion naira. Governor Oyebanji also approved an increase of 600 million naira per month in the subvention of autonomous institutions, including the judiciary and all tertiary institutions, to allow the institutions implement the wage award being implemented for state and local government workers. The state government also committed the sum of 1 billion naira to improve food production, especially to embark on land preparation driven by the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security Tractorization Subsidy Scheme, and an input supply program to support small-scale farmers. And in foreign news, the United States Federal Trade Commission, FTC, has sued to block the $25 billion deal between Kroger and Albertsons, alleging the largest supermarket merger in U.S. history might lead to higher prices for consumers. The merger, announced in 2022, sought to combine the 5th and 10th largest retailers in the country, but the proposed merger came as food prices have skyrocketed. In a statement, the FTC said the merger would eliminate competition in the grocery industry, which will drive costs even higher and lead to store closures and job losses. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics, Americans are spending 26% more on groceries since 2020, which represents the highest portion of their income on food than any point over the past 30 years. And in sport, Nigeria has progressed into the Paris 2024 Women Olympics final qualifying round after a 1-0 win against Cameroon in Abuja. The Falcons went into the second leg of the third round tie, needing a win after holding Cameroon to a goalless draw in the reverse fixture in Douala. Esther Okoronkwo was the hero as a 14th-minute strike was enough to send the Falcons through. The last time the Falcons faced Cameroon in the qualifiers for the Olympics was in the race for London in 2012 games. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that Sanwo-Olu administration trained 280 unemployed youths for global certification on solar farm construction technology for the supply of electricity in Nigeria? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, LAGESC, popularly known as KAI, has successfully persecuted 27 migrants for offences bordering on breach of public peace and unlawful conversion of government property. President Tinubu has ordered the full implementation of the Arashaya report and announced the merging, subsuming, scrapping, and relocation of several agencies of government. We also told you that United States Federal Trade Commission has sued to block the $25 billion deal between Kroger and Albertsons, alleging the largest supermarket merger in U.S. history might lead to higher prices for consumers. And in sport, Nigeria has progressed into the Paris 2024 Women Olympics final qualifying round after a 1-0 win against Cameroon in Abuja. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Uluwopoku. I am Sarah Adesanya.